Please take a seat. So, it's good to meet you. I am the new surgeon here. Yes, my name is Dr. Lestrange. How are you feeling? A bit nervous. It's to be expected. Don't worry. So, I have read through your files and you were wanting to change your appearance. Is that right? Okay. I understand you wanted to go quite drastic. It will require more than one surgery, but the goal is to try and get as much done in one sitting, if that makes sense. So it's less trauma to yourself. So once a patient is under the general anaesthetic, that itself can be quite challenging to recover from on its own. So we try to limit the amount of surgeries. I'm just going to ask you a few routine questions if you don't mind. So your full name, please. Lovely. Your age. And do you smoke or drink at all? Sometimes. Okay. Not a problem. Do you have any underlying health conditions? Your file is not too out of date, but it's always best to check. Okay. Could you please just hop onto the scales for me and tell me the reading? Okay. Lovely. You can sit back down. Right. So, what was it exactly that you wanted to change? Right. It is quite a lot. I see. So, how long have you been unhappy with your appearance? Quite a long time. Well, you appear to be, and by your notes, fit and healthy, so you should be fine. With the amount of procedures, it can be risky if one is too old or a bit young. But because of your age and your health, I'm sure we can do something. Right, I would recommend at first going ahead with the more detailed procedures, and then we'll see from there how you like your appearance. The worst thing would be to try and do everything at once and then you change your mind. It can be quite risky, as all procedures are. So you mentioned you don't like your ears. Right. I'm not here to judge or to tell you no, but just to make sure that it is exactly what you want. We can definitely do that for you. Can I just have a look? Right. And you don't like the shape at the top? Okay. And what exactly would you like the outcome to be of those? Okay. Yep. It's not the most invasive procedure, so that's okay. And just check the other side. Right. Okay. there is some slight asymmetry, but no one's face is fully symmetrical. So what we like to try and achieve here is to be as natural with it as possible. Yes. And is there anything else that you would like changing about them? Just that. Okay, great. Now, I know you mentioned about your nose. What exactly would you like changing there? Okay. Rather unusual request. Normally people want their noses to be smaller. Let me just see. Okay. Yes, just a little bit, and I think that will be fine. You're okay with going for the more natural approach. We don't want to cause too much trauma to your lovely face. I know I get quite a lot of people that want lots and lots doing, but it is achievable. But the risk is that the more you have done, the more trauma is caused. So we try to keep it minimally invasive if we can. But with surgery, as I say, there's always a risk. We have people that like elf ears and all sorts. Somebody came in wanting their tongue split like a lizard. These are all things that we can do, but we need to make sure that it's what the individual really wants first. Of course, there'll be a pre-op before, and we will just ask you more questions near the time just to make sure. But it's more to make sure that you're healthy and happy as well. Okay. And you mentioned about your eyebrows. Did you want them lifting slightly at the sides? Right. Yes, that shouldn't be too hard to pin the skin back. We just see if it would be too much. You do have really good skin already. So let's have a look. Just slightly. You see, the skin does sag over time, so I think to begin with you will be quite surprised. But it's important to remember that over time, as I said, the skin is loosen and it will look more natural. To begin with, you will feel some slight discomfort as the skin has been stretched, but you should feel fine after a few weeks. Okay, that's right. So, we'll leave it there for those, and we'll see how you feel after the surgery. Now, I just need to take some measurements just to see what we're working with here. Okay. So, I'm just going to start with your nose first. Right. Okay. And the width of the bridge. Okay. That's lovely, and just stay perfectly still for me. Now measuring from the bridge across to your eyes. Just checking the distance. What we don't want is to change your nose too much to a point where it can't cope with the procedure. yes, we do get quite a lot of people come in with the new trend of surgery that they want. I don't know who comes up with these things, but as I said, it's not for us to judge. Now then, from the tip of the bridge to top. Right, that's fine. Now then, I'm just going to measure your eyebrows. As I said, no one's face is entirely symmetrical, so okay. Right. Brilliant. So now I'm just going to measure your ears. And I think we will start with your ears first for the procedure. Okay. If you could just turn your head to the side. Right. Shouldn't be too difficult. Just measuring the length, the width, and projection as well. You want them pinned back slightly, do you? Okay. Right. Now I'm going to measure the other side. Right, okay. You're doing really well. I know it's quite daunting when you are changing yourself this drastically, but what matters is that you're happy with the outcome. You said you were very nervous. Well, don't worry, we're all perfectly qualified here, for many years in fact. And no request is too strange. We always approach things with an open mind. Okay, that's brilliant. Now then, what I'd like to do, if you don't mind, is ask you some more questions. And it would just give me some background as to why you definitely want these procedures done. So, in the past, has anybody made comments about your appearance? So, the surgeries are because you'd like them for yourself? Good. I know some people can have influence on why people want surgery. It's quite a shame, really. I think if you want something done, it should be for yourself and yourself alone, as it's your body after all. I've had a few patients come in and they were bullied at school. They're very young, and it's quite sad. And they wanted things drastically changing. Yes, well, I told them that if they wait a while and come back when they're a bit older, if they still want it done, then we can have a chat about it. But I told them that they should have it done if they want and not because other people don't like them the way they are. It's quite a personal thing, and it's a big change. As I said, we have people coming in wanting to look like lizards and dragons and all sorts. I do sometimes do purely cosmetic, so people might want implants in their forehead and things like that. And we have to really get down to if they want it for sure. Some procedures are irreversible, I'm afraid. Yes, I had a gentleman come in that wanted dragon horns, and that was quite interesting. You see, the body rejects certain prosthetics, so we have to be really careful and run a few tests before. Yes, there was also somebody that came in wanting to look more like a cat. They wanted prosthetics in their cheekbones, which is quite interesting. So, are you all happy with exactly what you want, do you think? It won't take too long to go through with the paperwork and things, so I will mail them to you. And if you just want to give them a read through. Yep. Is there any questions you have? Well, there's plenty of time to properly decide, but just so we can get the ball rolling a little bit, just needed to ask a few things. But if you change your mind, please do let us know at any point, because the closer it gets, then it will be more difficult. Okay. If you would like more of a chat, then feel free to come back before. We will have a pre-op and things as well, so don't worry, we're not just going to do it straight away. It takes a little bit of time. Well, I'm glad that you're doing it for yourself and not for others. That's the main thing. And it's something that you've been wanting for a while. Your skin is very healthy, so that's a good start. The procedures, well, they are quite minimally invasive, so there shouldn't be too much trauma. But if there was more that you wanted, we will discuss that a while after your recovery from the first procedures. Okay. Right. If that's everything, then we will get in contact with you, as I said, and feel free to ask any questions and just let me know if there's any problems or anything that you'd like to know. Okay, you take care now. Bye.